And we are live. We are live.
Hello.
Habari zenu, muriagai nyothe. Bonjour. Sure, the every language. I think my language will stick up to there. If there is more, I think I could use. But anyway, I hope you're all doing well. Happy Saturday, happy weekend for those. I think everyone now is on Saturday. I won't say people on Friday. I think everyone has reached on Saturday. It's so good to be back again. It is just the three of us today. But it's good to be here and it's good to, just see each other's face and share the smiles that we always have for all of you or even for each other because we all live in different places and we get to see each other most of the time online. So it's always good to give that smile. You never know, you might make somebody's day. So, anyway, without further ado, I'll just let my friends introduce themselves and I'll start with a friend all the way across the ocean in the UK.
Hi, good morning. It's a morning for us here on Saturday. I am Betty. I am a wife and a mom. I'm a successful digital business owner and I am a coach. I'm sorry, please bear with me. I apologize for my voice. I was just telling the ladies that I don't know whether it's because of it's June, it's meant to be summer here, but it's really dull and cold. Heatings is on again, believe you me. But we thank God, we thank God. Yeah, it's good to be here today and welcome all our viewers.
That's good. Well, I guess it's cold because you're in solidarity with Australia. It's winter here. So today decided we need to be in solidarity.
Join
So
us.
we are happy. We are happy that we are all running the same place. But we just hope that the summer will come for you guys. You deserve it after a long winter. Anyway,
Yes.
we'll go to my friend down in South Australia.
Hello, habari zenyu popote mlipo. Kwa majina naitwa Priscilla Ngasha. Na you're watching me on my page Mapenny and Co, or you're watching me on my personal profile. Karibuni nyote. We are here to talk to you about what it entails to be digital business owners. We are all digital business owner, and I'm a mentor as well. I live in South Australia. I am a mother of two and a wife, and I'm a school teacher, and I'm also a Kenyan living abroad.
That's good. Thanks, Priscilla. And yeah, Priscilla and I are sharing the call, so there's nothing new there. But I think for me, it's colder here than it is for you in South Australia. Well, my name is Shiro. I'm also Priscilla, but for the sake of not having any confusion, I go by the name of Shiro. I am a mom, I am a wife, I'm a successful digital business owner. Right now, I can say I am a mom on maternity leave. I'm not working, and I am happy to be here. I am a mom to two girls, and happy to be here to share the journey that we've all had and to enjoy. I'm coming to you on my personal and business pages, all the way from Australian Capital Territory. That is where I am, one of the coldest places in Australia. But we're grateful for a new day and a new discussion. And today we're just going to be talking about day to day of running a digital business. And some of these things that we're going to about, it's not only in digital business. Some of them will touch other businesses. It doesn't matter whether you're in the service industry, it doesn't matter whether you're in the health industry, it doesn't matter where you are, any business, any job, some of these discussions we're going to have are going to, touch and run into those. So anyway, to start us off, to say the day to day of running a digital business, what I can say the best thing about it is, you move around with it. It doesn't matter. You can be in your living room, you can be in your bedroom. For me, I'm actually coming to my bedroom, and you can be sometimes even in the toilet. Because if you're in the office and you're having your breaks, you run it through your toilet, you go carry your phone. Most of us, let's not lie, most of us carry our phones to the toilet. So most of us, whenever we'll check our business inquiries, we'll check out what is happening. We answer inquiries from the toilet. We answer even our inquiries. We move with our digital business when we take our children to the park, or even when you go just to relax somewhere. So the best thing about a digital business is you can move around with it anywhere in the world. If I decide today that I'm going to go and visit my family back home in Kenya, I am from Kenya, then I go with my business. I don't have to leave it back in Australia. If I decide I want to either go and visit Betty or Priscilla, how the fun is that actually? we get to do the business together wherever we are. So there's nothing as good as having your business with you. It's actually, I think I usually call it a handbag business, because you take your laptop, your phone, you put it in your handbag. You don't, if you have a modem, internet modem that you can move around with, you can also carry that. Otherwise, nowadays there's so much Wi-Fi around everywhere where we go, so we can move around with our business. So that is one of the best thing about running a digital business. I just ask Priscilla, maybe what else would you say? Hello, Ben Ben.
Oh my God. Hawa wanacheza na baba yake hawa. Asante. Gai, ati umesema nini? So anyway. Hali ilikuwa nini? Day to day.
A day of running a digital business. I said our digital business, for us, we can move around with it. There's always something else good about having a digital business.
Let me talk about the moving around, because for me, I think, and people on my page, you must have seen this. For me, my digital business, I think I do it mostly during sleep time. Sleep time, I'm total. I still have a kid who needs to sleep during the day. And for me, that is the best time to work. So for my day-to-day in running my business, Life Yamaju, for those of you who may not know and you're watching us from I don't know where, in Australia, personally, for me, and also as part of my business, is it offers me that flexibility, because I stay at home some days and then I work some days. Here it is called what? Flexible work. I'm a part-time.
Part-time. It can be part-time permanent or part-time work. Or casual sometimes with some people call it casual work.
Yes, for the simple reason that if I worked Monday to Friday, I would be paying like half or more than half of my paycheck to childcare, because my kids are still not school age. So the smart thing to do is not work every day and leave your money. It is take care of your kids some days and then you work other days. So that's what I do. I do flexible work. I work 2-3 days and then the other days I'm at home and I take care of my kids. Now, the day that I'm at home, those are my day-to-day business days. And poleni makelele ya watoi huku kwa nyumba. And for me, what that means is, while and most of you probably see me if you watch me on my page, that is when I go online. That is when I do most of my questions. I answer people's questions by doing lives. So one of my day-to-day is doing lives. I look at on my phone, I look at messages that I've received from people and I have questions that they need me to answer. I go live on Facebook. Shido, tafadhali tu sauti. I go live on Facebook, and that is how I answer. I talk to my clients by answering those questions on Facebook.
We
can actually hear you. We can actually hear you clearly.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, that's good to know. And then I also am able to, so I do it in the middle of the day. I walk my kids, and so you probably see me walking or you see me out there in the park. So my main office, my actual office is actually the park. So you'll see me surrounded by trees because I do my day-to-day in the park. And I also do my day-to-day in where my kids play. So I set my laptop there. I have a little table, and that's where I do my business while the kids are playing, and I do my business. So for those of us who are living abroad, I'm sure you know that hassle. Your kids are always around you or near you, or we're just around each other. We become our support system we become, your support system is super limited. So you find yourself, just sasa wacha niongee na Kiswahili. Unajikuta hauna watu wengi sana sana wa kukusaidia kuchunga watoto wako. So wewe sana sana ndo unafanya hiyo kazi ya kulea watoto wako. So mi mtanipata playroom nikiwa na watoi, hapo ndipo nafanyia biashara, ama utanikuta huko kwa park So watu wale wananiona labda mnashangaa nini huyu mama anashindanga akituongelesha na huko nyuma tunaona maswing ama tunaona watoto wakicheza. Hiyo ndo flexibility ya day to day running of my business na kuanga huko. Sana sana mutumia hata simu. Now a digital, and I wanted to bring that up, another point of a day to day of a digital business, because it's not a brick and mortar store, you're able to take it anywhere with you. It is portable. It is on your phone. It is on your laptop. And our phones nowadays, our phones are mini laptops, you know, they have the same
Yeah.
feature. You can open your Word documents. You can do almost anything on your computer as you can do on your phone. So that flexibility, you know, your ability ya atunabeba simu yako unaenda nayo, unaongea na watu vile unaongea with your clients, you respond to questions, you receive documents, you send documents. It is so easy and flexible, and it can be done by anyone wherever you are. So if you're a mom sitting out there and you're watching, and you probably work 5 days a week, especially if you live in cities, and you know how busy cities are compared to regional areas, which I can say, at least I live in a regional area. So there's less pressure for things. There's less pressure. And you're looking for a side hustle, this is doable. So if you're a mom, uko, unatafuta kitu unaweza fanya, tafadhali reach out to us, ujijenge majuu pole pole until you can make this like your main hustle, which is, for us, the three ladies here, that is our main goal. And it's one of the reasons we come on here, to educate and inform you that there's more to just this, you know, shift life, double shifts, and booking every day you can for work, or booking every childcare day you can. Thank you.
That's good. That's good. Now it's all right. We can actually hear you. And as you said, it's true. I mean, most of us, some people actually, especially in Australia, the other day I was watching the news, and Australia is one of the countries that has the most expensive childcare. Most expensive childcare. It was on the news. And so when you say that you have to do work sometimes, other times you don't have to work, it's because we can't take our children to school until they're 4 or 5. So at the end of the day, you have to stay with them at home. So like for me, I'm just lucky because I'm on maternity leave. I've got 2 under 2. So just imagine you've got 2 under 2. So, and as Priscilla said, also for me, most of the work I do it when they are asleep, because that's the time you have the peace, and they don't have mommy do this, or mom, they're not, the big one is not, pushing the small one. So those are some of the things why we do it. It's flexible. You can do it when the children are asleep. Go to the park, you do it there. So it's something, I like the way you've said that. Betty.
Yes.
Tell us something.
So for me, I always like to go back to, because I really, the beautiful thing about our business is that it has not only given us the business side of things where we are making money, but it's also given us the self-development side of things. And for me, I always take it back to yourself and as an individual. Think of the time, the little time here and there, you look at your phone. And unfortunately, this is the lifestyle nowadays. You've had Shiro saying, you could be finding yourself with your phone in the toilet, in the bathroom. So for me, I always look at it this way, because there are so many times where people say, and I've spoken, I'm a business coach, so I've had people say, this business is really good, it's sitting very well with me, but I don't have time. Yeah, but there is a lot of time at hand we have. And even though I understand some people's maybe jobs are very demanding where you can't use your phone, or maybe you're too busy, you don't even have time to look at your phone, but you still have those 2, 5, 3, 10 minutes here and there. I don't know, you're traveling, you're going to work. I think most of the time people commute to work. Between here and work, what do you do with your phone? Yeah. When you're on your break time, what do you do? And the reason why I always ask those hard questions is because unfortunately, people already know their problems, but they usually prefer watching, or like what Shiro says, binge watching a series on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or when you pick up your phone, when you go on Facebook or on TikTok, you prefer watching those videos, those funny videos, which is fine. But in the back of your mind, you know that I have a business here. I know I've said I don't have time, but the little time that I'm looking at my phone, could it be just enough? When you total that amount of time is quite a lot of time. Yeah. Is it enough for me to maybe make a difference? And the answer for me has always been yes. Because we have seen people trying to utilize their little times they have here and there. You remember someone like Franco was saying, the first thing I do is to look at my phone when I have the smallest of the smallest breaks in my work. He used to do 4 jobs. So where by extent, even when he's walking to the toilet or he's walking to take his lunch break, he's looking at his phones and he's responding to people, few inquiries, business questions and stuff like that. So for me, my day starts like that. And I would say 99% sure, the first thing everybody do when they wake up is look at their phone.
That's true.
And I am one of them.
Yeah,
When you pick up your phone in the morning, what are you looking at? And remember, that is also time. It is also time that you have there that you could utilize. Instead of watching some funny video, something that is trending, you could decide, oh, actually, let me try and work on this business that Priscilla was telling me about. Let me try and understand it more. If you're already in the business, you would be like, oh, let me try and do a little bit of training, because we always say our training is very much video based, step by step. So you could even be watching it in your bed, watching it, and then you're like, I see what they mean. Let me try and practice a little bit of these videos that they have been talking about. So for me, it is every minute, every second I have. If I am at the school run and I'm waiting for my daughter to come out, because I always say where my daughter goes to school, we don't have enough parking. So you have to go there a little bit early, a good 30-35 minutes early for you to get somewhere to park. So what will I be doing with those 30 minutes while I'm waiting for her to come out? Well, because for me, it's always been, it is up to you how you spend your time. And you could be so surprised by how much you could do in such a short amount of time. And always you hear people saying that, nakwambia, it only takes a split second to make the decision. Ndio unasikianga mtu alienda kupita barabara akagongwa na gari, ama mtu alienda akasaidia mtu, yeye breakthrough yake ikakujia hapo. It is always all about time. Are you using your time the right way? Are you at the right place at the right time, doing the right thing? That is the question. So for me, my business is always with me. Because if I sit down here, or if I'm just relaxing and I'm thinking, am I using my time properly? Because I'm building this empire, and I'm really building this, and I want to secure the future of my children. You know, if your why is so big, you're not gonna have time to do the things. You know, the thing. I'm not saying don't relax or don't do something that is fun, but don't spend all your time doing those things. Actually, nowadays, now we were speaking about it the other day. We now know that the more you watch videos, or the more you engage with people's pages or people's content, the more money they are making. So you're making someone else richer instead of you yourself trying to think, what can I do myself to make myself, to change my situation? So for me, it goes everywhere with me. Every little time I have, I'm like, oh, let me, like now, this morning, just before we came online, I was thinking, I didn't watch the last week's Coach's Mastermind. Let me try and catch up with that. That's what I was doing while I was trying to clean up and walking around and everything. Because for me, I have realized time is of essence. How am I spending that time? How am I utilizing my time? So there is no, for me, there has never been an excuse where someone says, I really don't have time. I really don't have time. Priscilla here works. She comes home. She's got children. We've all seen how full of energy Priscilla's children are, but she still gets time to do her business. So for me, I think it all goes down to your mindset and your mentality. Do I really want this to work? Yes. How much do I want this to work? Yes, I know my time is very little, but can I utilize it? Can I use it better to make this work? So for me, those are the questions I ask myself every day when I wake up. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I could choose, if I'm traveling to Manchester on a bus, I could travel. I could choose, let me sleep, or let me listen to music. Or I could decide, actually, let me try that thing Priscilla was telling us about Canva. let me try this or caption, let me try this and that. So it is all goes down to you as an individual. What do you want to do with your business, and how are you utilizing your time? So
Yeah.
that's me. Yeah.
That's true.
And in
That's true.
that way, and
Sorry.
sorry, and in that way, then you will find it easier, especially when you have the interest and the passion in what you're doing.
Mhm.
You will find yourself leaning more
Mm.
towards that, doing that, rather than leaning more towards calling a friend to gossip for 2 hours, or just binge watching things on social media, especially when you love what you do.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. You've said it well. I mean, a lot of us, we give an excuse of, I don't have time.
Always.
You know, time doesn't wait for us. So when are you ever going to have time? When are you going to ever have time? When you know, 9 to 5, if we are called in and told, oh, you need to come in because so and so is probably has called in sick,
Yeah.
or we
Mm.
need you then. Nobody says I don't have time. Most of the time,
Mm,
actually, we'll find ourselves dropping what we had planned to do to go in for that thing that we've been called for.
mm,
Yeah.
Yet we don't make the time for our own thing. You know, as you say, time is always of essence, Betty. As Betty said, it's always, and most of the time, it is time that actually gives you, you know, the freedom. Most of the time, is you say you don't have the time or you want to binge watch. Just imagine if you started your own that business you've always wanted to do, or that's
yeah.
something you've always wanted to start for yourself, and then it becomes your plan A. How much time would you have to binge watch? A lot,
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot. And you didn't have to worry because you'll have that much time to binge watch.
Hata
True.
uchoke boeke.
Mm,
Exactly. And you
Mm.
actually, most of the time, like the other day, I was watching, I had started watching New Amsterdam, which is a series, the hospital series on Netflix. Anyway, my 2-year-old knows, she says, Mom, I want to see Doctor. So, but
Mm.
then sometimes I'll ask myself when they're asleep and I want to watch New Amsterdam, I ask myself, seriously, I could be go those 2 hours, because most of the time it's the 2-year-old who will dictate how much time I have. I say that 1.5 hours, 2 hours that I have, I am going to sit down, make an ad for my
Mm.
business. I am going to sit down, go and watch a mastermind replay that I didn't watch. Or I can call Betty, I can call Priscilla, we brainstorm. So that's
Mm.
how good, you make good of your time, because I know at the end of it, when I've done it, I'll have that time. When my plan B becomes my plan A, I'll have so much time to binge watch that I
yeah.
wouldn't care.
Mm.
I wouldn't care. And, most of the time, now having a digital business, it gives you the leeway or the chance to spend time with your children. Because, like for me, if I'm moving around with my business, I don't have to be worried that I'm stuck in an office. So my kids will not see me for certain hours. But
Mm,
because it is a digital business, I do it even when they're there. I can respond to a message, or can respond to somebody. So even that time for yourself, time for your family, time for your loved ones. Not all of us have children. You
mm,
know, it helps. It helps having a digital business. And there's nothing good that comes in knowing that you have something for yourself. In this world, as somebody, as a lady, and I keep saying the lady that I follow on Facebook, she said, nowadays you need a job to pay your bills, and you need another job for yourself,
yeah.
because the 9 to 5 is not enough. You pay your bills, and then you want to go back home, visit Kenya, or you want to go and probably travel. I want to take my family on a holiday. It is not enough,
Yeah.
because what do you prioritize? Do you prioritize
True.
a holiday, or do you prioritize a bills?
Mm,
Well, you don't want to be chased out of your house because you've not paid the bills. You don't want electricity to be cut off because you've not paid your bills.
yeah.
So we need to think what priorities we have in life.
Mm,
We need to think of those priorities. But anyway,
Yeah.
it's not all, it's not all glitter when you have a business, when you're an entrepreneur. And there are other things that come, or that, let me call them obstacles, or things that make us feel like you're not on the right path.
yeah.
And maybe, I'll start betting, maybe you have one thing that you think, you know when you decide to become a digital business or an entrepreneur, there's that one thing that probably just gives you a kick in the back?
Yeah. So for me, I would, I would be lying if I say I haven't had challenges in this business. And just like everything else, people who are in work, they would have their own challenges. I don't know, problems at work, the issues with bosses and stuff like that. And here
Yeah.
in the digital world, it's the same. And I think for me, one of the main thing, and I don't want to touch base on the problems that I had with myself, but I think it is a challenge on its own, where when you don't have the right mindset, you're doing like our business. We have a community, and in our community we share a lot of testimonies. Clearly you see people whose lives have been changed completely. But, and I always talk about this, but you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're like, I need Kikinya. How? Because you're thinking, how did she do it? How did Michelle Asel? How did Pamela do it? But then again, you are already writing yourself off because you're thinking, hey, ucio nä kå geria niä ndingä kinya niä ndiä kana no hote gwä ka å guo kweri niä ndiä kana no hote gwä ka å guo. Or people will probably play lotteries. You hear them saying, hi, niä ndiä kana nä ngarä ya onarä å ragä thaka nä kä. Why are you playing it? If it's the business, you've already said that the testimonies that you see, you've already seen how much people are making money, but you've already told yourself, wow, I don't think so. You're already taking that away from yourself. And I'm saying this, it's one of the challenges, because when the moment people say that thing is too good to be true, the moment you say that, and unfortunately, because we are human beings, we have seen so many frauds, we have been through so many things, maybe we have been lied to, scams and all these things. The moment you see something, even when it is good, the first thing that comes into your mind is that thing is too good to be true. The moment you say that, you have already sabotaged yourself. And for me, I will speak about it as a challenge, because even when you get to that point, I remember the first time I made in this business, the first time I made my 5 figures. When the 5 figures landed on my bank account, me, a whole coach, I said, hey, digetekia.
It's already there.
Digetekia is
And it's already inside you were it. Yeah.
Can you imagine? That is what I said. I was like, guy, kana rĩngĩ magũgĩcoka moke moige nĩ mahĩtia.
Oh, yeah.
I always tell people, my first paycheck I made, okay, here in Europe we get paid directly into our bank account, but usually our logistics company, they send us, nowadays they send them digitally, but back in the day they used to send us this cute like a credit note. They will show you the commissions. And the first one that I got it was not a lot of money, it was only 80 euros. But even today I have it. And do you know why I have it? I have it because when I received it, I was like, hiya, guy, nanile twari yakwa, digetekia ne yakwa.
Yeah.
And I mean, why are you saying digetekia? Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Never. Oh my God, why are you doing that to yourself? And for us, we say it as if it's just a normal talk. It's just a habit.
Yeah.
But for me, it is already a challenge in the business. It's already a challenge in work. That when you hear someone saying, oh, they have advertised, and there is an internal advertisement about a manager or a supervisor in the team that you work in. You have been in that job for maybe 5-10 good years. You feel like you already have the experience or the knowledge to become something else, or for promotion. But then someone will come and say, oh, umeona hiyo advert ya manager, ati ai nie ndingeapply icio nie ndingĩhota nie maũndũ macio. Why are you saying that? And maybe the person who has come to tell you is someone who no, Priscilla anaweza fanya hii kazi. But you yourself, you're already killing yourself. And I'm saying it as a challenge because I have been there, and I know for you to change from that mindset to now believing, and that is why I always say every morning I wake up, I am like, I am blessed, I am all deserving, I deserve it, it is coming my way. good things will come my way. And the reason why I do that is because, first of all, if you don't believe in yourself, who is gonna believe in you on your behalf?
I know.
Yeah. So for me, it is and you know what? I came to realize mindset is as hard as losing weight. Let me use that one, because if you've ever tried you losing weight, it's not even funny. You know,
hard.
eating a cake, we will easily add 2 pounds, but trying to lose those 2 pounds, oh, you're gonna put in a lot of work. So the same with mindset, changing your mindset to what you know, like people who say, like people ama wale watu mnasikianga wameenda party wanakula sana. Kwa nini? Tondu riu ri mundu ucio oka party agi advantage kana agi na chance ya kule tondu ya kare ari wega uguo ringiri. It is the same. It is the same here. You have to change your mindset, and it is really, really hard. Nowadays, every time, even when I wake up, sasa saizi I have nimetoka kurant on you guys, the weather is bad, sijui nini. But me still here, with how I'm trying to practice my mindset, I will still go out. I will still enjoy this dull weather. Na kuna baridi. I will still try to find something positive about it, because I realize of all the challenges I went through, and 99% of the people who, let me call them fence sitters, they've already seen the business, but they have not joined. Their biggest issue is, that thing is too good to be true. That thing is too good to be true. I don't think I can. Are you sure? Are you sure I can make that kind of money? Sasa, hiyo nyumba niliona Pamela amejenga kwao. Are you sure hata mimi naweza jenga? Why are you sabotaging yourself? And for me, it is the biggest challenge of all. And it is because of that now the fear kicks in. Yeah, the fear kicks in, the skepticism kicks in, the laziness kicks in, not spending your time kicks in, because you're thinking, sasa mimi nishinde hapa nikiangalia hizi training, sasa leo mara shiria hari hede niye gokira ogwa tethondeke 6 figure. Ai, how ko na gwito ona ibi wito ne roni to samibaga na maroni na kwandiko. So the moment, for me, that has always been a biggest challenge. And for me, that's why you see, when I'm doing my business strategy call with my people, once they come in, the first thing I throw them into the training, and the first thing I want them to see or to watch is the short video in our training, the one about your why, your why, your how, and your what. That I always make people to watch that, because the moment your why is so big, then your mindset is gonna slowly start aligning with why you're doing it in the first place. So for me, and I've said this like over the years, mindset has been the biggest challenge, not only for me. And now, because I know what mindset can do for you, saa zingine nikiongea na mtu nasikia kama naweza enda ni demolifalifia ugo wake up, you deserve it.
I know.
And you can do it.
You can do it. For me, the moment you have already seen our business and you're already questioning me and asking me, what's the business about? For me, that is already an achievement. And I always say, if you already know about this business, whether you have joined us or not, you are far more blessed than somebody who doesn't know about it. And now the only thing that you need to do is to take action. But even before you take action, ask yourself, what is my why? And do I deserve to change this lifestyle? Do I deserve to change this situation I am in? And the answer is always yes. Of course, yes. Nasikianga watu wakisema ati money is the source of all evil. There is nothing glorious. There is no glory in being poor. There is no glory in being poor. Actually, money is not the source of all evil. It is your attitude when you get the money that is the source of all evil. Because if you choose not to spend your money the proper way, and you decide to choose to do the wrong things with them, that is where the problem is. But there is absolutely nothing good about the whole thing of being poor. And when you look at yourself in the mirror, always say, I deserve to be wealthy. Generational wealth. May it come my way. So that you can even secure the future of your children. But when you start self-sabotaging yourself, when your mindset is elsewhere, and it is such a big challenge, I tell you now, mindset, when you have the wrong mindset, it's far much worse than having cancer. Far much worse than anything you can ever. When you have the wrong mindset, you're just as good as dead, because you're not thinking that you deserve all these things, these good things. So everything that is all about mark timing and going around in circles with debts and all these things kicks in. We were not built and we were not created to be going to work and working for people forever. We were not just born to pay bills. We deserve far much more. So for me, Mindset is one. It is the biggest challenge. I also dealt with it. I also had to, seriously, wale watu wanakuanga therapist, I wish there could be a therapist who deals with mindset. Mental health therapist. I wish kuna kuanga na mimi kazi yangu ni mindset therapist. Kwa sababu watu ni wagonjwa, hiyo ugonjwa ya the wrong mindset. Watu ni wagonjwa sana. And it was such a challenge for me. It still is. It's something that I'm still dealing with. But unfortunately, if you do not know that is where your problem starts, when you don't have the right mindset, it is bad. So maybe for us we are in the right track, because we already know that once we change our mindset and we put it in a positive way,
things start changing.
Yeah.
Around here for you.
Absolutely.
That's true. And it's so good to hear that, because there's nothing that kills you like when you start doubting yourself.
Yes.
The moment you tell yourself you can't, trust me, you won't. But the moment unajijaza, I can do this. Yes. I can do this. Why not? Nobody in this world will tell you that I don't want a good life.
And then doors start opening, you start noticing things you could do.
Exactly. And that's the thing. We all want a good life. So the moment you start, doubting yourself, and the worst thing also, another thing that actually brings the mindset and doubting ourselves, it's when you do not get support. And the worst is that when you don't get support, and the most people that we don't get support from is people who are close to you.
True.
Skeptical spouses.
Yeah.
Your family and friends, they start thinking you're crazy. Why would you start something like this? And I'm asking myself, why wouldn't I want to start something and try something? How much money have we wasted there doing things that are not even worth? So those people, your friends, will actually question your judgment. Your skeptical partners, your skeptical spouses, people you expect to be of help to you, they start questioning you. So the moment they start questioning your judgment and your sanity, you start questioning yourself.
True. Yes.
So you start saying, oh, watu watafikiria aje, Rua amakujo yake? What will people think of me? You know what? I've decided nowadays, I even told my husband, I am growing older. I am tired of being negative. I will do my own thing. If somebody doesn't like it, that is none of my business. That is not my problem. What makes me happy is what more important. And as long as I am doing it for myself, I am doing it for my family, the rest doesn't count. Am I hurting you when I do something? No. Then that is all good. Then I will do it. And then I will because I'm the one who decided to do it, let me deal with the consequences if there are any. Let me be the one who will be celebrating when, that time when my reward comes.
Yeah.
And you can celebrate with me if you want. But at the end of the day, we need to stop listening to the naysayers and just focus to where we're going. Focus to where we're going. Because this life, if you don't make yourself happy, trust me, nobody's gonna make you happy. Don't trust yourself, as Betty said. Who is gonna trust you if you can't trust yourself?
The thing is even that, because digital business, and this was a topic we were talking about, it is such a new field. This is a whole new area. 10 years ago, you told people about working on the internet, they would have been, what do you mean? Because it's such a new field, it's such a new area, it's hard for people to actually understand what you mean. They don't have any reference points. They don't know too many people who are doing it. So they have no reference for it. And then what they do know is like they're thinking you're trying to become like a Kardashian. Wanashanga sasa unataka kuwa influencer ama nini, unajaribu wanashanga trying to be a Lingugi, start a show, but it's not that. So they can't picture, and then they don't understand. And then what they do know is negative. Wanajua tu negative connotation. Tuseme sasa sisi wa East African, sisi tunajua tu ati ni kuharamiwa na watu wametoka West Africa. Unaona? Sasa ukisikia ati unaenda kufanya kazi unajiuliza, ai, sasa huyu naye ni nini anasema? That is your only reference point. And so you go straight there, ama unafikiria sasa ni anajaribu anajaribu kukua influencer ama ni nini
Yeah.
anajaribu? Ama unajaribu kukua Vera Sidika mwingine, you know, such connotations. But really, there are so many avenues, you know, there are so many things you can do on this internet. So if you are trying to start out, you need to know, if you're trying to start out, now how do you don't know where to start from, you don't know how to go about it, and you feel like you know, the people around you are not supporting you, it might be they have no reference, hawajui ni nini unajaribu, wanafikiria maybe unajaribu you know, they have, like just what I've previously said, they have no idea what you're trying to do. Your job might be, if there are people close to you, you can inform them. No, kama ni watu tu hapo acquaintances, mtu tu ana slide kwa DM zako, ati nasikia sijui unafanya nini, unajua hizo njaro sijui ni mbaya, ama unajua watu wenye wanafanyanga, wachana mtu kaa huyo hata akuji nyumbani, akuji kukulipia bill, ni nini anakusaidia nayo, you know. But if it's someone close to you, like your spouse, and you actually want them to understand, you can go out of your way and try to explain exactly what you're doing, give them a target, tell them, I want you to support me for this amount of time, see if I can, if I make these results here and there, you know. Or you can just be one of those people who knows anyone who ever tried to do anything new, half the time, hata Jesus alisulubiwa tu na watu wake, you know, his own people in Galilee are the ones who rejected him.
Mhm.
You can also just do it alone. You don't, you know, sometimes you don't need anyone. You can be your own cheerleader for yourself, and then you just do it by yourself slowly, and then the results themselves, because
Yeah.
there will be results as long as you keep working, the results will show up for themselves. And now there'll be evidence. There'll be evidence for the people closest to you, your loved ones. And then the bigger evidence will be, you know, your life will start changing. Utakuwa wakikuona mmechukuana na masuitcase na watoto wenyu, mumerudi tena kwenyu Kenya, wanaona tena mko Kenya 2 times a week, ama mara wanaona sijui mumeenda Fiji, wanashindwa, ai, na nini huyu anafanya sasa, wanarudi tena kwa DM zako.
Yeah.
Ile biashara ulituambia, hebu nitumie sasa, you know, watu wenye walikuwa na nikiureka, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Those kind of questions. So people don't have to be on your side, as long as you're on your own side, you know,
You're good to go.
yeah. Be like
If
that.
you know what you want, do it. If you know what you
Yes.
want, do it.
Yes.
Yeah, true. Thanks for that. Betty, would you have a parting shot for our viewers?
No, for me, it's always been, you know, you're the only one who could take that action. Don't be scared. There is nothing wrong with being scared, and you know, fear is instilled within us naturally. But let your why guide you. And I always say, if you still have all these reasons for you to want to change, but you still finding yourself procrastinating and still having excuses, please go back and dream again. It could be that your why is not big enough for you now to say, I really urgently have to do something to make a change. So for me, it's, you know, take the action. The challenges are there, but for us in this community, we are over 200,000 members in our community, and we've all been there. You know, we all cheer you up. If you're still struggling with believing in yourself, or maybe people who you live with, or people who you're expecting for them to support you, they are not supporting you, we have that support system there, and you won't be alone. You'll have a coach, you'll have a mentor, and then you'll have the whole community to cheer you up. So I hope to see you on the other side.
Awesome.
Thanks, Betty. Priscilla, any parting shot?
Faith over fear, as we always say. Action, as we say, you know about this opportunity, you know that you can leverage the internet to earn. It is time for you to take action. It is $149. This is a global joining fee. It is the same for everyone worldwide. And what you get with the $149 is you get access to a coach, you get access to mentorship and the community. And when you do decide to start your digital business, it also, that same $149, and it's the only fee you'll ever pay, it also helps set up your website, set up a funnel, and it also facilitates your coaching. Now, if you do get all the training content and you decide this is not for you, your 145 is refunded to you, no questions asked. Thank you.
Thanks for that. That's true. And I'll just say that, as we always say, this is not a get rich quick scheme.
Mhm.
But if you want to get those 5 figures, you can, because it depends with how much effort you put. If you come
Mm,
and give it your all because your why is so big, oh, you will
mm,
get there very fast. But this is not a get quick rich scheme. My story is not, my journey is not the same as Betty's, is not the same as Priscilla. None of us has the same journey. You create your own journey, you create your own path. But if you know what you want, you
mm.
will get it and you will work for it. So don't stop living on excuses. Try and look us up. Try and ask questions. We will answer them. And stop being doubtful of yourself. Trust
Yeah.
yourself. And even if it is not this, start that thing, start that business that you've always told yourself you need to start. Start it for yourself, if not for anything else. Do not listen to the naysayers, because people, as human beings, our job most of the time, and that is normal, it's a reflex, we will always put other people down, especially when we know that they can succeed. So do your thing, do what you know is good for you, and we hope to see some of you on the other side. Talk to any of us, and we'll be happy to help each other grow and to start on a
Yeah.
digital business. And thanks for all of you for watching us tonight, and we hope to see you the next time we're here again. Have yourself a lovely day, have a lovely afternoon, and have a lovely good night. And we'll see you
Thank
next time. Cheers.
Mm.
Be blessed.
Yes. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.